We hope that you're in bed. If you slept very late, it means that you're waking up not too early. If you took some bottles of beer, then I think that also you're having some.
You're watching us in your bed.
But somebody told me if you take a bottle of beer, or let's say you have a hangover, you just have to drink a little more. In the morning.
Of the drink?
Yes, a little more of some alcohol.
Of the liquid.
Morning, and then you'll be good.
No. Okay.
I can't bring myself to do that though.
Is that what you're preaching this morning?
No, that's not what I'm only saying for those who have
because I don't know where the hangover thing is coming from.
No,
so if you have a hangover this morning,
I'm thinking
drink a little bit of that thing.
I'm thinking by this time you only be on bed just because you had hangover. Because, but let's look at what the stories are on the front and back pages of...
front and back pages,
sorry. We don't have newspapers.
Yeah.
Let's look at what the stories are on the pages of the online portals. So we'll be looking
Did you drink something yesterday?
No, I didn't, unfortunately.
Okay, all right.
I didn't. And then we have City FM. We'll look at
the BBC,
the foreign page of the BBC. We'll try and look at the Africa page as well.
Yeah.
And Mama V has a new blog now.
What?
So
I have a new blog.
Okay, let's look at this. Glow Ghana changes boss for 5th time.
Charlie.
Talk about the way we change bosses of the Black Star team. All right. It's called what?
Okay, so...
it's called Hakeem Kazim.
Yeah, that's not the new boss. That's the old one. He's been recalled to headquarters in Nigeria, apparently.
Okay, so the next story. We also have to look at the ongoing issue of Captain Koda's lawyer threatening to sue the BNI for unlawful detention. But if you also get a summation of what the stories are on the various portals on the internet, you get complaints that he's not feeling too well in the BNI cells. I don't know why the BNI keep...
Well, the story says that the lawyer for arrested head of security for the New Patriotic Party flag bearer has threatened to go to court to challenge the imprisonment of his client. But the whole idea is by the time you go to court, they would have been in for a number of days. The holiday is over today. Yeah. Business tomorrow.
I'm sure tomorrow they'll be.
I mean, they kept them from what, Friday? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I told me listen, no
confused.
Yeah. Ghana BNI. All right.
Well, but we're told that there will be possibly a news conference. The NPP will hold a news conference today at 9 a.m. When it happens, we'll bring you the details.
So when it happens, we'll try and bring you a lot more updates on that. And Fred is trying to load the page.
Continuing my journal. Okay, so let me read a message. This one says, hello, good morning. My big sister, Mama V, and big brother Roland. Happy holiday to all at Joy News. Please, there's something worrying me about the price of cement selling around Dowenya. 26 cedis and 30 cedis at Aplau, where we have the factory. This is interesting. 26 cedis at Dowenya, where there is no factory, and where there is a factory, is been sold for 30 cedis.
Which type of cement? If it's Dangote.
Okay, well, he doesn't say. But Mali from Aplau. Okay, Roland is asking which of the brands. But what would you do if you knew the brand?
Because I think the one Aplau, it's Diamond or Dangote.
Oh, okay. All right.
So if Gasem is manufactured in Tema.
Okay.
So if it's 26 Ghana cedis in Pram Pram or wherever he's talking about, so
maybe because of the distance. Yes. So then it's cheaper. But if it goes further, it's true.
So for example, you go to Northern Ghana, cement is likely to be more expensive than
because of the distance. Yeah. Okay, but there's a second issue that Mali raises.
But then it doesn't mean that the cost of building is a lot more expensive in the north, because maybe the cost of labor will be cheap and things like that.
So Mauli says about how the Republic of Benin police are worrying us in their country. If you're using Ghanaian registration number on your car, please do something about this. Mauli from Aplau.
If you have the right papers, then the gendarmerie shouldn't be worrying you.
Yeah. Is it the same kwacha business?
Yeah, but then it's an African thing. Because, for example, you're traveling through the borders. You go through Aplau, and then you go through Benin. You get to the semi-border, entering Nigeria. And so the gendarmerie are all there. They collect all the money.
You'll be greasy now.
I'm telling you. So you have to get yourself ready. And it's the same complaints that the drivers or the cargo handlers have for Ghana too.
Okay, welcome to Africa, Mauli. Okay, let's continue.
Okay, suicide bomber claims to be missing Chibok schoolgirl, and authorities in Cameroon and Nigeria apparently being reported to be investigating a claim from a would-be suicide bomber that she was one of a group of schoolgirls abducted in 2014.
All right. Court orders arrest of minister for failing to appear in court. No. This is like a movie. I mean, it was making rounds yesterday.
But I think it's just a formality. You've been asked to come.
Yeah.
Consistently,
I think about 4 times or so
if you
appear.
don't go or you don't appear, it's happened to me before. It's contempt of court. So what they do is they issue a bench warrant, and so the bailies will come to your premises or wherever you are to serve you. But and then you are compelled to go. But of course, if you are a respected member of the society, you're not cuffed.
If it was an ordinary person, like say you and I, would they have waited for us to not appear on so many occasions before issuing this?
Yes, I mean they have times. I think after the third time, the fourth time there'll be a bench warrant.
Okay, so a High Court has issued a warrant for the arrest of Water Resources Minister Kwaku Agyeman-Mensah for failing to come before the court many times.
It's really making rounds on the internet. If you get to read a lot more of the stories on the portals, you get to, I think it's a big deal for me.
Okay, so he shouldn't go.
Especially during the holiday where we have no news.
He shouldn't go.
Oh, the court is not sitting today, so tomorrow
he shouldn't go tomorrow.
I think tomorrow he'll make an appearance. He should dare the court. Obey him.
All right, we're moving on to other issue. Government wants to provoke terror attack on Ghana. Freddie Blake.
This one too.
I couldn't imagine that he said this.
Yeah,
really.
He said government, the actions of government. I'm sure, supposedly in relation to the 3 South African
is aimed at inciting terrorist attack on the country. I mean, what's the connection?
He said that it could incite ISIS. And
I think that's too far-fetched.
The one in Nigeria is what, Boko Haram?
Yeah. But this is too far-fetched. These are 3 South Africans.
Yeah.
They are not...
But I think that because of the politics of the matter, so...
No, but
it's gotten to some extreme level.
Yeah, but let's keep Ghanaian politics in Ghana. Let's stop, extending it to territories that are not necessary. Charlie, already, people, they fear inside. So, but let's move on, Fred.
ISIS. We should be afraid though. It says Takwan Swayem MPP constituency chairman apparently passes away.
Yeah, that's Samuel Osei Kofi Boama. He's passed on. We're told that he complained of some pains in the leg. Yeah. They took him to the hospital, and then early morning yesterday, they said he had
journalism is always interesting, especially if you look at the picture we always use or we attach the stories. You see, there's the leg of a corpse in a morgue. If this doesn't frighten you, I don't know.
No, this doesn't frighten you.
Because the picture of the man...
It tells the story, that's all.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, next story. So we look at Stanbic Bank, Ghana boosting local app market with Money App Challenge. And I think is the best thing. And there's a telecom service provider in Ghana that also has this very challenge. Okay. I think they have a whole reality show on it. And then you have young people coming up with various apps to do a lot of things. It's so interesting.
Is it MTN? Because I
should be MTN.
A nephew of mine won something like that.
Won?
Yeah.
Great. Did he get a lot of money?
Yeah, he did get a lot of money,
but
he's a little boy. He's a little boy, so
okay, next story. I think we'll look at the last story and we'll go to another story. We have Invest in Africa, help local businesses, and that's according to this man.
Vusi.
Okay.
So he's a speaker. I mean, international speaker in business.
You just said
Vusi Tembekayo. You have to say it in a certain way. It's a South African name.
Flex it.
So Stanbic Bank brought him to Ghana to inspire
he was the one I heard on radio.
Yeah, I had a conversation with him actually. We'll play back.
That would be great. Today or during the week?
Charlie, during the week. I can't promise.
He was
today
so good. He said, look, you don't need a business plan and things like that. I think I listened
but
to
the things that he says,
are real.
You haven't heard them before?
I think I've heard some. I've heard most of them, but not some.
Yeah.
The thing about the business plan, I think was a bit weird.
Because everybody says you need a business plan.
Yeah, because it was out of the norm, out of the ordinary, I believe.
He's not like a school kind of person. He didn't go to school early. I mean, he didn't even think he was. But I think he's like I know what I want. Yeah. Whether I have school or not, I'm going to get it. That kind of attitude.
I like him.
Yeah.
And I think he speaks very, very well. You go up also, we have apparently, about Volta for Change 2016, there was this very much by what the story is captured on Major Online as saying a pro-MPP group, Volta for Change, expressing shock at the Volta Regional Police for preventing the group initially from embarking on the peaceful march on Saturday. But onwardly, the march took place, and if you surf the internet, you get to find a lot more of the story about what they were able to do that day.
So there's Volta for Change, and there's I Am for JM or something, because every week something is happening between these two political parties.
Okay. There's also a story about a disappointed MPP parliamentary aspirant also going independent. He didn't win the primaries. and he's not happy.
All right, all the best. I'm not ruling those who are going independent out because we've seen it happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
The last story we have to look is about torrential rains displacing over 200 Zabzugu residents. If we can get to the story and read it,
okay.
I guess it will give us a lot
so
more.
So if you open it up, this man says, good morning, Mama V and Roland. You guys are the best combination in morning show. Greetings to Honorable Mohammed Salisu Bamba, MP for Ejira Setredumase. He's doing wonders in the constituency. Shamsuddin in Ejira sending us that message.
And so,
yeah, this one says, I like your show so much because it educates me a lot. William Attila from Dodi. Papa is sending us that message.
And there's a picture of the Zabzugu residents who are facing their difficulties following the torrential rains. And you know, the thing I love about Northern Ghana is everything is to the extreme. You loving people, and then when the weather is dry, it's dry. When it wants to rain, it rains.
Yeah.
So beautifully. Yeah. But sometimes in some tragic circumstances, and especially for having these residents who have their roof going off or ripping off, I think that is as a difficult challenge as it can be for them. And it talks about over 200 residents of them in the northern region in Zabzugu having been rendered homeless after torrential rains wreaked havoc on their property Thursday, and the rainstorm that lasted for hours also ripped off the roof of about 28 houses, according to the National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO. The rainstorm also ripped off the roof of 2 basic schools. We're hoping that at least NADMO could come to their aid.
And everybody watching us right now, I mean, we should all put our hands together.
If we can have the schools re-roofed, I think that'll be good.
That'll be good,
The schools, that's Lenja, DA, and Noyera primary school have been badly damaged, compelling school authorities to combine classrooms for teaching and learning to continue while they wait on support from NADMO. If the support from NADMO doesn't go in early, I'm sure Dr. Mahmoud Baumia will be here. It could create some problems. Because Mama, it says that the assemblyman for Linja Lugema electoral area, Idrisu Lakman, told Joy News the residents were overwhelmed by the extent of destruction to their properties. NADMO, please go early.
But otherwise, I think one of the things that as individuals we can also do to help is all of us come from one community or the other. So if it's some kind of need in Anglogan, where I come from, where I attended Zion College, then I could in my own small way also mobilize people around me and get support. So people definitely come from these communities, and so if they are everywhere, help, so they can also help, and mobilize and also get the
again, that is what we're giving a lot more publicity to this very incident. But let's look at what the stories are, Mama V, City FM online.
Quickly, I'm not a violent man, Nanado says NPP's Captain Koda sick in BNI cells, according to his lawyer. Captain Koda's lawyer threatens you to unlawful detention. Don't just shout, it be. Register and vote. That's the president saying to people who just, they respond. He says that's not enough. You've got to register and most importantly, vote. Al Jazeera Network to cut 500 jobs. What's happening? Fred, please open it up for us a little bit and let's share a bit of the Al Jazeera story. But whilst you do that, let's go to the BBC, the Pakistan issue. This is very sad. Coming, just this season we're celebrating Easter and we're told this has happened. Pakistan Taliban faction claims pack attack on Lahore Christians. These are pictures coming out of that scene. But let's go down a bit. Let me share a bit of the story with you so you can get better understanding. The story says that a Taliban splinter group says it carried out a suicide attack on the park in Lahore, Pakistan, which killed more than 70 people, including children. So they targeted Christians celebrating, sadly, Easter, though police have said they are still investigating the claim. There were scenes of carnage as parents searched for children amid the debris. So this is a park that, so more like a lot of the activities that will happen today. People will go for picnic, people will hang out in places. These were mainly families, children, and when you talk children, then you know that there are a lot of women in the midst as well. And this suicide bomber just attacked. Fred, you can go down for people to see a lot of the pictures and then appreciate what has happened here. It's a very, very sad situation. We're told about 2% Christians in Pakistan. And those who claim responsibility say that they are sending a message to the authorities. And the whole message is that even in your busy areas, we're there. You kind of get it. This is whole like very scary situation. But it's very, very sad. You know, when you pray for if you're a Christian, when you pray for your fellow Christians who are not necessarily in Ghana, but in other parts of the world. Our hearts definitely go out to them. Okay, so hopefully we have that story back on City FM Online. We'll check it out just before we go. Okay, Fred, do we have it?
No, we don't have it.
We don't have it?
Okay,
we don't have it. But let's read. Please, when you send us messages, kindly include your name so that we know who is sending. But thank you very much for all the nice comments that's coming through. Somebody said something. I'm going to pull it up. But Marcos Mate from Aplau says, hi, thanks for the job you're doing this morning. Thank you so much for watching the show. It's a holiday, so we hope that we're able to make your holiday a good one. Yakubu from Parigo says John Mahama should pay us our arrears before we vote for him. Hey, Charlie. Okay, maybe two more. If Freddie Blay is saying that Ghana wants to provoke ISIS attack, does it mean the 3 SA members are from ISIS, from WO in WA? Okay, this person says, I'm watching live. Good morning. How far for teachers validation?
That one is up again.
From Bogatanga. Okay, yeah. And you said I should read your message, but unfortunately you didn't include your name.
Well, so
validation will be on the show tomorrow. How about that?
Okay, that'll be great. We'll be coming PRO for the Ghana Education Service. Reverend Betty will be in the studio, and all of us are acquaintances, really. So we tend to like him a lot, and he's very cooperative too when we invite him onto the show. So we'll try as much as possible tomorrow and the next day. Try and get in one of those days to answer some of those pertinent questions bordering on the salaries of teachers and the wages, etc., and all those disagreements are on the labor front for the education sector. But in the meantime, we'll have to call on Benedict also. If Benedict is ready, Benedict, can you come and tell us what you have?
Yeah.
If you can't, is he ready or he doesn't want to come?
Benedict, first of all, shame onto Benedict.
He didn't want to.
He didn't want to come to work.
He's a lazy
on the
dude.
holiday.
He's a lazy
Seriously,
dude.
When there was a lot of action yesterday.
He's a lazy dude.
Shame on you if you don't want to come. But we want to say good morning to Dr. Leo in Cape Coast. He says very nice things about, you, myself. We appreciate. Thank you so much for watching. Benedict, whether you like it or not, is a working day for us, and he's got sports. He would deliver it like we expect him to. Okay,
so we're taking a break. When we come back, please make sure that you're staying tuned, but also giving us a lot more of those messages. And on WhatsApp, we are 0560 800,000 is the number for the very platform.
Yeah, do stay with us.
We'll be right back.